Okay, scenario is Sam is a new teacher at an elementary school. She just started working in California, but she grew up in China speaking Mandarin, and she learned English in school but prefers an indirect communication with group orientation over individual task oriented. She does speak English, but she does not have the same cultural understanding as her fellow teachers. Lately, she's been turning in her reports late, which has affected her grade deadlines, and she also appears incompetent to her fellow teachers. When criticism is expressed, Sam lowers her head and stays quiet. Sam's delay stems from her cultural high-context work preference, which values precision over speed, and she feels discomfort with such blunt feedback. In her cultural background, meticulousness is a priority over relationship building and deadlines, which is also why she hasn't made any friends. Where her coworkers also don't mind the criticism because they are native to the area. Her SAM supervisor has scheduled a one-on-one meeting. Okay. In order to address the issue fairly, her supervisor will take the time to acknowledge her challenges, which stem from her cultural differences, with an understanding of her unique communication style. As the supervisor, I would avoid making any assumptions or expressing any assumptions, while also acknowledging her preference for perfection over speed, together with the school's fast-paced expectations. The three goals that, three performance strategies I would implement would be one, goal setting, participative goal setting, as well as creating conversations such as, hey, I value your attention to detail, Sam. Let's work together to create a timeline that helps us maintain the excellent quality you've produced while also maintaining our team needs. In an effort to do that, I would also break projects into smaller tasks that would respect her own work style and stay in maintaining alignment with the organizational goals. This would promote fairness and equality through the mutual agreement of the supervisor-supervisee. And another way is also creating flexible deadlines that would accommodate her preference for her work. The second strategy would be to promote positive reinforcement and adjust feedback delivery. We can recognize her progress, such as, hey, Sam, your last report provided valuable details that our teachers found super useful. Thank you so much. Replacing with this, we can replace the blunt criticism with structured constructive feedback and appreciation for her dedication to detail. We can frame feedback as growth-oriented rather than punitive in order to align with her preference for having more respectful communication. We can also slowly reinforce her incremental wins to motivate Sam without causing any shame. Especially as a new teacher, she would need more positive reinforcement, which leads to my third strategy, collaboration. We can assign a co-teacher from the same grade that can help her feel valued while also gaining the cultural awareness to work at this new school in a new country and help her build those connections in the workplace. We can implement a buddy system, so have a teacher of her choice or that has similar learning and or even cultural background as her that could collaborate with her, and they could have conversations such as, hey, as a supervisor I would say, What support would help you for the next deadline? So including Sam into the collaborative effort could help her feel more inclusive. Now, we could say comments such as, hey, could Mrs. Thomas work with you on the next project? That would help her collaborate with other people while also helping her feel valued in the workplace. And then the values of this strategy would be that the goal setting, for example, is specific and it has participative goals that will help her enhance her motivation and boost her performance. And then for positive reinforcement, we can strengthen the desired behaviors, such as the timeliness, but also not triggering any cultural discomfort. Inclusivity, we're honoring Sam's cultural background, but also meeting the educational needs of the school so that it promotes fairness and flexible expectations without any penalization for her difference. Okay, for reflection and evaluation, we can say that having structured goal settings and reinforcement will help increase Sam's timeliness and also preserving her high quality work. With higher engagement, the collaborative approach will help build Sam's trust in alignment with the self-determination theory of reaching autonomy and competence. With cultural inclusivity, we're avoiding marginalization with adaptive feedback. So a potential outcome could be that Sam is able to increase her timeliness of her tasks while also helping maintain the detail that she has brought with her from her culture. She can also share that with her coworkers so that everyone can benefit of her unique style. This will help feel Sam valued with having the performance of the entire school improve, and then the school will gain the cultural awareness and responsiveness so that they can continue to promote any equality and equity in the teachers and staffs, which would help trickle down to the students that would see that the teachers are being culturally inclusive. The goals are specific, as in they are detailed and including, for example, breaking down tasks into smaller goals. They're also measurable. We can set a goal of coming back once a month to check in with Sam so that we can follow up on anything she might be having a difficulty with and any further assistance, co-teachers that could help her in becoming acclimated to the new school. As far as being the outcome, maybe within the year she could reduce the need for having a co-teacher after she's become more comfortable and integrated into the academic setting.